that's exactly where I want to start. It's not the film that they're going to turn on and feel proud of, some inefficiencies in this game, but a road win for a young team, a young quarterback, and a young head coach going into a bye makes such a difference, JJ.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Just texted with a Bears source who called it a character win. And that is what is so important for this Chicago Bears team. We all know how the second half of last season went for the Chicago Bears, where if they don't lose that or win that game there at the end of the season, they wind up losing like 10 straight, right? They are now beginning to win games in Caleb Williams' second year and Ben Johnson's first year as a head coach that they would not.
100 times out of 100 they lose this game last year or the last 3 years.
No doubt at all about it. So this is a huge character win, a character building win for this entire organization. Anyone who is a Bears fan, like the man to my left, understands that. If you've watched enough Bears or if you've just seen some of their lowlights lately, you know this is not a team that is supposed to win this game, where they were picking off Geno Smith so often, and then they were still down, right? We're watching that game, we're like, wait, shouldn't they be up by like 10 right now? And they win this game by hook or by crook. Congratulations to the Bears.
The way that a team can fill in spaces, the complementary football that we talk about, sometimes it's start and stop dues, the way it was in this game. What did you see in that effort where it was sort of defense now, offense now, they never got on the same page, but still found a way?
And that's when you get contributions from all three phases. Sometimes it's not going to look pretty, but it matters when you get it, right? We saw special teams at the end with the block. We saw 3 interceptions by the secondary. We saw Caleb with a 2-minute drill go down and take the lead with a touchdown score. DeAndre Swift with a run. A big scamper for Caleb Williams on that as well. An explosive run. So, again, you said it, Moose, when you turn on the film, you're going to be like, it wasn't pretty, guys, but we got it done, right? At the end of the day, that's all that matters is getting the dub. And you always like to fix corrections after a win than a loss. So this showed the mental fortitude of this team. And like you said, JJ, this is a character-building team win, because in years past, they definitely would have lost this game.
Emery, the ugly started up front for the Bears in this one. Max Crosby was wreaking havoc in the first half. Did you see an adjustment? How did you see the Bears move around his ability and still move the ball down the field?
They started to run at him, and the attempts were there. Not necessarily the success of the run game, but as long as you're showing that you will run the football, it calms the pass rush a little bit for you to get effective blocks. And you saw these guys kind of do that in that first half. But what I loved the most was the fact that their defense looked like the defense that we saw last year. We saw Kevin Byard with 2 interceptions, looking like the former All-Pro he was for a long time in Tennessee. Tyreek Stevenson came up with a huge interception as well, the crucial part of the ball game. And then you end the ball game with special teams. So to your point, you had all 3 phases chip in. It was offense this time, defense later on in the game, special teams to close it out. This was a complete team win. And these are the type of wins you want to see a team go out and have, especially when you're thinking that this young team, how they're going to feel when they have no success. And we saw the defense really start to lock in. They gave up a lot in the run game on a couple of runs.
Big day for Ashton Jenkins.
Exactly.
Finally.
Breakout.
Finally. But at the end of the day, the defense did what it needed to do at the end of the ball game to get the ball back for the offense, and then the special teams closed it out with a win.
You guys have heard the refrain, and I've grown up inside of it. Same old Bears. We heard it after the loss against the Minnesota Vikings. Ben Johnson, a tougher leadership, getting this team up off the mat and finding a couple of wins here into the bye. It was a blowout against the Lions last year, if you remember, and as you do, the Hail Mary against the Washington Commanders, the lack of reaction out of that. This team has reacted to that blowout against the Lions. Still a ways to go, but wins over the Cowboys and the Raiders, and now on ice before
other than a few plays, I think at the beginning of the game, I thought we did a great job executing the whole day. Yeah, I mean, obviously when you have success, it's just we've been working extremely hard and we want to have success, and we've been just making little mistakes here and there, and that causes frustration. But at the same time, we've been learning from them, and we'll learn from this game. I mean, I think early in the game you saw the one that Juju that got tipped at the line of scrimmage, and then the other field goal that we had. I mean, there's stuff that you can learn from every game, win or loss, and I think I've been proud of the guys and how they've responded and wanted to be even better every single week. Yeah, they did a great job, run and pass. I mean, when they play like that, it makes my job a lot easier. And so they're starting to gel, man. They're starting to gel and build that chemistry that every offensive line has to do. And those young guys are getting more and more experience. And they've played against some great defensive lines. And so they'll continue to get better and better as the year goes on. But they had a great day today, and let's build on it. Yeah, I mean, I think the weeks prior has been something that's been important to me, is seeing that I can sit in these pockets and make these throws and get to my third progression, fourth progression, and stuff like that. Even the play to Juju, I mean, that gets tipped. I mean, that's third progression, and you see the pockets, it's clean, and having that confidence in them, it's pushing me to be better, and I thought we did that today, and let's continue to do it. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, we were praying for Chris, and we love him, and we're just happy to have him here, and so that we can be his brothers and support him. And I think it made guys step up and want to play even harder for him, because for him to want to be back here with us and at times that he's in right now, it speaks to the brotherhood that we have in the locker room. Yeah, no, we wanted to go for it. We wanted to kind of put that final ending of the game, and we were talking in the huddle, and I could see that like 14 Hamilton was going to be on that side, so I wanted Juju to kind of give me a little kind of a pick. We knew there was going to be probably a cover zero type look, and so he was the last read, but I told Hollywood in the huddle, and I was just like, man, if it's cover zero, man, you got to win. You got to win across the field, and he did that. He beat a good corner and won, and was able to get a touchdown. Yeah, the deep one on the sideline, it was just Worthy beating his guy. It was man coverage. He won, and then giving him the throw down the field and letting him go up there and make a play. I think people, like I was talking, they think he's just speed, but he's the guy who can do it all, man. He can go catch those footballs over the top, and he can be physical and use his body as well. And so good to get him going early in the game and kind of have that threat for the rest of the game. I missed him like right after that. I think he was a little tired, but he just I'm not playing a few games. But you showcase that in the deep stop route he runs. He has a wide variety of routes he can run, and then the one to Trav was cover zero. We knew it was cover zero, and then it's about your guy just winning a one-on-one. And I'm gonna give my guys chances down the field, and Trav's shown for years that he can win those matchups.
Leo pick and then the fumble, and you guys really punished some of that. That got turned over the first 2 weeks. How big was that to get those and then also punish Boston?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's a great offense. Like, that's a great football team. That's a great offense with 2 guys that are the top of the league, type guys at quarterback and running back, and then with tight ends and the way our defense played today. I mean, I know they got the late touchdown, but they played lockdown defense, and they put pressure on the quarterback. They got interceptions, they got turnovers, and that sparked us offensively, giving us those short fields we have to execute and score off those. And it was a good team football game. It wasn't just offense, it wasn't just defense or special teams. It was everybody came together, and that's what we need the rest of the year.
One of those guys Patrick Mahomes is talking about, Lamar Jackson, has a hamstring injury. John Harbaugh was asked about it, said he didn't have any information on it at this point. But, Coach, how big of a situation could that be for the Ravens if that injury is serious?
It's a big situation. I mean, hamstring, Lamar is probably not playing this week. So that being said, is Cooper Rush, I guess, is the backup.
Right.
Your offense changes now a little bit with Cooper Rush, not Lamar Jackson. Obviously, now that Derrick Henry, believe it or not, is going to get the ball more in the running game because that's how it starts. They're going to have to run the ball a little bit more, trust the quarterback to spread the ball around, get the tight end probably more involved. How long the injury will last, I don't know. It's a hamstring. Hamstrings are funny. It could be a week, it could be 2 weeks. I don't know, but hopefully he gets back soon.
Yeah, Cooper Rush came in, delivered about 52 yards passing for them when he came in the third quarter. But it'd be interesting if he has to take over under center, if Lamar Jackson has to miss time. We're waiting to hear again. John Harbaugh said he didn't have any information, but we shall wait and see. Meanwhile, let's move on.